Watch this, this is gonna be funny. So here's my gravel driveway. Ooh, don't eat it. So immediately I'm full throttle, and that's, whoa. Okay, we're in speed control. Stop, stop. Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. Check it out. Today we're doing the JCSD, I believe this is a 500 to 600 watt e-scooter. This is going to be kind of one of the more cheaper ones that could be a great little like city commuter or something. So anyway, let's go ahead and break into the JCSD scooter, take a test ride, and see what this thing is all about. Let me just check the box real quick. It's 10-inch wheels, 5 to 6 hours of charge time, front and tail lights and turn signal lights, electric and rear disc. So that's promising. It might have some regen here with an electric brake, and then it has an actual manual rear disc brake. 3 speeds, one of the foldable type of scooters, and I also have app support, so you can connect your phone to it and, you know, change some functions and stuff. All right, my first time opening this bad boy. Looks like it's packed fairly well. This is kind of one of the nicer ones I've seen as far as like, you know, not too streety, not too aggressive, but just right in between. Look at those grips on the tires. They look pretty kind of rugged. Big old wheels though for a scooter this size. Look at these wheels and shocks. There's our blinker lights on the side, reflector on the front, and there's the light right there. Adjustable light with a little Allen wrench here. Loving this top rubber pad. Look at this. It almost has kind of like a aluminum metal look to it, but this is just rubber kind of glued onto the top. Little kickstand here. So no electric horn, just a bell. We have blinkers right here, left and right. And here's our throttle assembly. And the bottom is just, the battery's all covered up with plastic. So it looks like this one's actually gonna be fairly easy to service the battery. I like that actually. I wanna get this off the table and get it charging. There we go. Let's see how heavy it is. Not heavy at all. That feels only like about 20, 25 pounds. Let's get this thing charged up, check out the app on the phone, and then take it for our test spin. All right guys, so let's get this thing plugged in and charging, and it's just kind of a generic lithium ion charger. All you have is this end here, and we're just gonna plug it right in there, and we should see, yep, the charger just immediately turns red. So first thing I'm gonna do is just kind of scan this QR code on my phone. It's called the LensOdd Pro app. So let's go search in the app, HL-X10 connecting. Boom, connected right away. So no big deal as long as you know what it is. So looks like the only really things you can tap on are changing the units, 0 start, and your electric mode, which I don't know what that means yet. So, and the cruise control. I was looking for some kind of air valve in the tires, but it looks like these are just non-pneumatic tires. They're just kind of like that hard all the way through rubber. Max load 120 kilograms. And there's no pressure on here, so obviously they are just solid rubber tires, so no pneumatic here, and that's going to be something that keeps the cost down. We're going to see how this suspension works. I'm just going to kind of stand on it. It doesn't look like it's much suspension, but at least there's a little bit. There you go. That's the max I can do. So that'll get you like over some cracks and bumps, but it's not going to be anything major. Let this thing charge up just so we get a full 100% and do our test run. Okay guys, let's get this going here. So powering up, we're at a full charge. All I did was drive it down the gravel. We're gonna start in mode 1 here. Let's try it out. So my initial drive down the gravel was not that great. Remember, these tires are solid, so they really have no ability to roll over gravel. They're just gonna dig right in. But some of the better solid tires I've seen nonetheless. Anyway, let's get down here to the bottom. You can see the trail I did there going down and up on the loose stuff. Let's get down here to the bottom, and then we're gonna, whoa, 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 whoa. So you see that? It's just really awkward in loose gravel. Anyway, let's keep going here. So speed 1, this is full throttle. I got my thumb all the way down here. And this is not a torquey scooter, just to let you know. And very hard to see the display in any kind of sun. You got to be in some kind of shade on it with your body to see the display at all. So speed 1, guys, we're at a maximum of like 6-7 miles per hour, okay? So don't expect this thing to be super torquey or super fast. Let's go into speed 2. I did see the speed control kick in. So it'll kick in at every speed. See how my hand's off the throttle and it's just cruising like right around 7. Let's tap the power button here and go to speed 2. It does release the speed control when you do change your speed, which is good, or if you tap your brake. So this is speed 2, guys. I'm hitting 11 miles per hour. Speed control's on again. Look how crooked the handlebars are. If you can see through my camera, it's a few degrees to the right of the wheel. So the handlebars are crooked. I'm not sure if that's on purpose. It's actually kind of comfortable to drive this way because I'm regular footed. There's the brakes there. So this is great. It feels like it has some regen, guys. So you tap the brake a little. I can feel that motor creating regen. And then if I really hold it down, I can feel the brakes on the disc working. It feels like the brakes are a little bit too loose. So I'm gonna tighten those up just a little bit there. But the brake is really great. The brake regen, and that seems like it's working great. So 6 or 7 on speed 1, 11 on speed 2. I'm gonna tap power one more time. Can't see the screen at all when it's sunny on it. Am I in speed 3? No, still in speed 2. There we go. Need to see a 3 right down there on the screen. So let's see if this drone can still track us going this fast. So full throttle on my thumb. I think I gotta slow down a little bit. Looks like we hit right around 20. I'm using that little X hover drone for, you know, videoing this. That thing is great. Let's try uphill here, and this is where I think this thing is gonna really struggle. So I'm at speed 3, full throttle, and the speed control's on. See how I can just cruise without having to push my thumb all the time. And we're really bogging. This is only like 10%. It says this can do like 20% slope. But look at full throttle in the highest speed. I'm going down to like, this has got to be like 5 miles per hour. If you're buying this scooter, I wouldn't buy it for any kind of hilly terrain. I mean, I'm no light little nimble dude. I'm like 230 pounds. This is kind of a hilly mountain road right here from like 10 up to 30%. But this portion here is only like 10%. And it's really bogging. This does not have any torque. Just to let you know, it needs to get up to speed and then you can just cruise on flat surfaces or downhill like this. So again, and to tell you the truth, these shocks are doing great with these solid tires. There's a lot of cracks, as you can see in this road, a lot of bumps and stuff. And aside from the gravel, this scooter is doing fantastic. So those shocks in the front really do help it. I mean, they only give you a couple of inches of play, but they absorb all those incoming bumps. And you'll feel that, like if you get this, you'll know what I mean. Low battery on the drone. I want to get maybe just a little bit more ride, so we're going to swap out this battery. This is the X Hover, guys. I did a review on this thing. Great little drone, but it's kind of loud, kind of sounds like a mosquito, and doesn't have much flight time, and doesn't do 4K. Did a review on this, so go ahead and check the channel. I'll have the link up here in the description down below if you want to check out just a cool little like selfie drone. And that's mainly what my channel is about. I've been expanding more on these like e-scooters and bikes and RC and stuff. and power stations. But you know, I started with drones. I know a lot of you like drones. All right, guys. So just wanted to get a little bit more riding on this thing before we kind of give it its final kind of pros and cons. Excuse the drone up there, but that's how loud this thing is. It is an enjoyable scooter. And one of the things I wanted to try, guys, was I wanted to adjust these brakes. Remember there was that setting? So the brakes feel really good, you know, as expected. There was that one setting, remember? Electric mode, assist mode, and ride mode. I'm gonna change to ride mode. I think that has to do with the motor braking. So I have it in ride mode, the third mode. I have no idea what that means because it's still having assisted braking. So everything feels the same. Yeah, everything feels exactly the same. So I don't know what that mode in the app was for this scooter. Still have electric motor assist mode. Let me see if I can feel any difference when I switch to assist mode in the app. Feeling the same. I want to see if you guys can maybe see these blinkers. I'm going to turn the left blinker on. And that's kind of a negative. It's great that it has these side blinkers on the handlebars, but you can't really see them through your body, right? Watch this, trying to get up this gravel. Watch this, this is going to be funny. So here's my gravel driveway. Ooh, don't eat it. So immediately I'm full throttle, and that's, whoa, okay, we're in speed control. Stop. This chewed up my gravel there. So did you see that? So the speed control was on, and it was just cruise control, I should say, and it was just chewing up my gravel. And that's where these tires and this power does not help at all. So, you know, walking up a hill, it's assisting me at least. As I'm going over the gravel, I'm noticing this. So that's quite flexy. Hopefully that doesn't break, at least it flexes. Okay, drone batteries are spent. I like how this drone is pocketable though. Look at this, you can just fold it up, put it in a pocket, which is cool. All right, let's get this thing home and do a pros and cons. I think that's enough riding. All right, guys, let's do a little pros and cons breakdowns of this scooter. So we'll start with the cons and then the pros. Con, as you can see, I don't know if you guys can see this, but I can't really see anything on this screen in the sunlight. Nothing whatsoever. Blinkers, no blinkers on the back. So you're not gonna have any kind of really rear blinker view for cars behind it. And especially if your body is kind of blocking these blinkers. And coinciding with the blinkers is these little end caps here, they kind of start rotating around as you hold it. The brakes work great. I love how it has like some kind of regen electric motor braking, which worked really well, actually, better than I thought. Headlight, great. Remember, you just tap the options button up here and the headlight comes on. No different brightness for the headlight, but it's cool how this always, the tail light's always going to be lit up when the headlight's on. And then if you press the brake, it's always going to blink. So at least that's a good, you know, like identifiable safety feature. Overall construction is good. The battery power seemed fine. Let me see if I can even see. Nope. No degradation in battery, at least on this screen. I want to see if I can see it in the app here. Con, these electric mode, assist mode, and ride modes didn't do anything as far as I could notice at all. It's showing that we have 87% power. Probably the main pro on this thing are the non-air tires, which are great unless you need, you know, to get over like loose gravel. They really suck, but they're good otherwise. And they become even better with these shocks up front. So the shocks, let's see if you guys can see those in action again. Remember, they're just like a couple inches of travel, but that really does help when you are hitting bumps on going on the road. So, you know, that worked fine. The collapsibility is fine. And that gets us to the main con, was the power. So speed was fine. I mean, you usually only get around 20 with these scooters, you know, especially these budget ones. But there was no torque. It's kind of like they put a couple of these great accessories on, like these shocks, and then maybe they cheaped out a little more than they should have on the motor. One more little con. That's pretty flexy. So even broken down and clipped on to the handlebar carrying point, that just seems like it's a little too flexy for me. They need to kind of make this metal, and I think that is something they need to address right away. Otherwise, a decent scooter for the price. Hope you guys enjoyed that review. Again, as usual, all the stuff I review is down below, down in the description, as well as some of the filming equipment I use. Also the drone I'm using in this video will be down there if you like the way it performed. And I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.